This is the God of the universe we're talking about. And then when he comes, he lives as a blue-collar laborer. He could have come into the household of a king. No, he works with his hands in sweat and tears. And he ultimately gets 12 disciples in whom he invests his whole heart, and they betray him, one of them with a kiss. Betray him to death, and then he gets flogged. Have you ever read about the flogging process, what that's actually like? Cicero tells us that it was called the pre-death, that people were whipped such that their skin fell off their bodies in ribbons. People's abdominal walls were torn open, intestines fell out during the flogging process. Our God going through this and then placed on a cross. You know, the cross was designed to be the most humiliating, the most painful way to die ever in human history. So I go back to my apartment and I don't know what I'm doing. So I pull out the Quran and the Bible and I say, God, just give me comfort. And I open up the Quran and I start reading it. For the first time in my life, I start reading the Quran, not for liturgical reasons, but for personal guidance. And as I'm looking for comfort, I realized there is not a single verse in the Quran designed to comfort a hurting man. Not one. And why? Is this just a gesture? Is this just a pointless gesture or maybe a heartwarming gesture? No, we have to remember what Jesus says in John chapter 15, as I have loved you, so love one another. Okay, this is what it all boils down to at this point. God loves us tremendously. He was willing to go through all this to show us what love is, and then he charges us with loving one another with the same love. As I have loved you, so love one another. What does that mean? What does that look like? Romans chapter 5, verse 8, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. God is willing to die for us when we're in active rebellion against him. The people who crucified him, Jesus says what in the Gospel of Luke? Forgive them, they know not what they do. The very people driving nails through him